my, what you call zabuka tree, picking zabuka. Zabuka in Trinidad term is called avocado in your term. So, and this fellow is picking the avocados, and the magistrate couldn't do anything. He called the police. Well, they came, they locked up the fellow, and he was to go to court in front of the same magistrate. So the magistrate now asked him a question, what were you doing at the tree? He said, Jah told me to go and take what is there. Jah is the name of God for the Rastafarians. All right? And that is the truth. So Jah told me to go and take the fruits. So I went. So the magistrate said, well, Jah is probably misleading you because that is not your stuff and you're supposed to know whose it is. So then the fellow said, Your Honor, anything Jah tell me to do, I will do it. So the magistrate said, well, let me see what Jah going to tell me now. 6 months hard labor. So he said, why you give me 6 months hard labor? So then the magistrate said, Jah told you to go and take the fruit, and he told me to give you 6 months hard labor. So fight it out inside. Understand that? So when you want to use some type of weak logic to substantiate your statement, brother, you may have to come a little better than that. Now, every religion has a name of God which they call God by. Did God ever say, hey, I like this name more than that name? Or only by this name I respond and the other name I'm not going to respond? Well, you know, this thing that they call name is only a transitory thing which helps you to remind the personality of God. That is what the name does. Bhagavan Ram, when he spoke to Shabari, Kah Raghupati sunu bhami nivata man ek bhakti karnata. Nata means to join, to create an association, to be in togetherness with. This is what Nata means. Bhagavan Ram says, if anyone would like to be in relationship with me, to join with me, to be in oneness with me, you must have that which is called bhakti, divine love. Understand that? Now, you tell me which religion on earth don't teach divine love. They introduce a name to you, then they tell you have to love God. No problem with that. Yesterday, a lady heard me on the radio. She called me, Guruji, you know, I want to reconvert, you know. I said, reconvert from what? She said, well, you know, I was a Hindu and I gone the other side, and now I want to come back. So I said, you does eat roti? She said, yes. I said, does eat dal puri? She said, yes. I said, does eat chana and aloo? She said, yes. I said, well, then you didn't convert. You never did convert. Understand? When you have to make, the mechanic across the road can tell you, when they have to make a conversion, they have to take out this whole thing and put it one side and put a new apparatus. They call that conversion. Now, God's name in different religion is called differently and maybe by different language as well. Here we have got Brahma, Vishnu and Shankara created Ma Durga, and she is the collective energy of Brahma, Vishnu and Shankara. Now, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankara began offering obeisance to her so that the entire world will follow those applications. What they began saying? Om Namo Divyay Mahadivyay Shivaye Satatam Namaha. You know, the word Shiva in the Puranas means Lord Shiva, and the same Shiva in the philosophy term means universal consciousness. Same word, depends on how you are using it. So, Om Namo Divyay Mahadivyay Shivaye Satatam Namaha Nama Prakrityay Bhadriyaye Niyatam Pranatas Matam. These verses comes up before the Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu comes in. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Rupe. O Goddess, you will be known as Jagat Janini, the mother of this entire world. Now, we are going to talk about mother's energy. There is something that they call energy which you don't see. You don't see the energy, but it is there. Okay. Let us say a scientist take you to a pasture and said, hey, you see all this green grass here will be eaten by a black cow. And this green grass eaten by a black cow would produce white milk, and you get yellow ghee out of that. Now tell me how you're going to understand that. All right. Furthermore, when the black cow eats the green grass and produces the white milk, you get the calcium from the milk. Now if you eat the grass, it doesn't turn into calcium. It turns into iron. I'm talking about bhaji and thing now. The same cow eat 2 big bundles of bhaji, converts that into milk, which is calcium. And when you eat the bhaji, it helps you lose weight and to put your blood sugar under control. Understand the point? What is this mechanism? How do we understand this world? So you cannot see the calcium in the grass. You even cannot see the calcium in the milk, but intellectually you have to appreciate the fact it exists. Understand? In the similar way, one may not be able to see God physically, one may not be able to relate with God physically. What we can do is make a million requests and complain to Bhagavan. We can do that very well, no problem. They call that psychological counseling. When you finish belch out everything to God, you feel happy after that. So poor God have to work with all your quarrel and burden and what have you, if at all he is listening. God has given you, listen to this, a physical body, well equipped with everything. And what determines on what you do now, today and tomorrow, it is your vasanas, your state of mind, your impressions, which would make you good or otherwise. But we want you to know that the Srimad Bhagavad Puran is not here to advise you to be non-spiritual, non-holy, non-godly. This is not the aim of the holy books. The aim of the holy books is to make you better than what you are now. Understand? It is to make you a better person. So, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankara began offering puja first to Goddess Parvati Ma. Now I have some people around the world waiting for puja applications with some short mantras, and I have to do it now before I go ahead with the other things. Puja is an offering to God. Now question, what can you offer God? When a little boy, when a little boy, the father have a nice job, making good money, and the little boy and the father have a good job, good money, but also he's a miser. You know what a miser is? They call him chus in English, in Hindi I mean. So he's a chus, so meaning he don't spend a bad penny and thing, So the father birthday, the little boy come with a little gift and give it to the dad and hug up the dad and give the dad a kiss, a nice kiss. Happy birthday, dad. The father smile and think, yes, okay, everything. When the father opened the box and see one of them Rolex watch, value a couple $1,000, the father's smile disappears. Now he is wondering, where did the wife get all this money to buy this thing? You see what go on there? At one time, you're very happy. When you see the things that you don't appreciate and you cannot understand, you become sorrowful. Now the poor little child brings you something because your wife bought it for you. Now you're questioning about the price. Well, they don't work so. The wife is telling you indirectly when it is her turn,